Hi everybody, this short video will explain to you about the assessment for Pirates PvT, our Year 8 assessments. Let's have a look at the card together. So just as we've had before, we've got developing, securing and mastering. And you'll actually maybe be quite surprised about what you've already done, because you know from the previous project that to get to securing in Year 8 was harder than securing in Year 7. But because of what you've learnt so far, that knowledge is starting to come together, so you're able to create something of quality. So this project is all about that quality and control of the music that we're creating. So if we start at developing says some of the rhythm of the pirate's melody, that's important, some of the rhythm has been entered accurately, which proves that you understand rhythm, and it proves that you can understand how to recreate it in GarageBand accurately. So that's developing. To get to developing plus, the rhythm of the pirate's melody has to be entered with perfect accuracy on a single pitch. So we're no longer talking about a few notes being correct, we're talking about all of them. And when I say notes, I mean all on the same note, but all of the correct values. Then up into securing minus, that's where we start to have a go at doing the melody. So then it's not just rhythm that's important, we still need to have control of the rhythm, but we're trying to develop it to have different pitches, and it makes that shape of a melody that I've been teaching you about. So securing minus says the rhythm has been recorded with perfect accuracy, but there are errors in pitch. So you've started to get towards having this accuracy in pitch and rhythm, but that some of the pitches are not quite there yet. Okay, this is still a step forward, which is why it's really important that I recognise that as securing minus, but it's beyond developing definitely by then, but it's not quite up to securing. Let's see what we need to do for securing. So it says, the melody is recorded and edited with perfect accuracy in pitch and rhythm. So even though it seems so simple, that one little melody of 8 bars long, actually there's quite a lot for us to think about and a lot for us to get right. So that's why it's securing. It's having control over those things and producing things at an accurate level. Now in week 4, lots of you really enjoyed your first go at that. That was brilliant, because I asked you to think about this story, about this context of what might be happening in the film at that time. And I asked you to think about using the harmony notes or the chords to be able to choose instruments to play the different parts, and then imagine how those instruments might work together to be able to tell the story or help to tell the story through music. So lots of you really enjoyed that because you learned how to have control of it, and then you realised that you could create something really cool with it. Okay, so securing plus says melody and harmony used musically together to make an 8-bar arrangement for at least 6 tracks with a defined purpose of narrative. Narrative is a bit of a deeper word, and we probably won't study that until much further on if you decide to carry on. Narrative is a bit like story, but it goes deeper as well into the context of the characters and the situation and what have you. Okay, I won't talk about that for the moment. Now, if you've done securing plus, that then opens up another world of exploration for you, because this is mastering. Mastering says a 3-section arrangement with contrasting sections of mood or story. So as well as the S plus section you've just created, essentially I'm asking you to develop 2 other sections that are different mood. So I was very specific about the mood that I wanted you to create for the S plus section. But for the other 2 sections, I'd like you to use your imagination. I'd like you to imagine what might be happening in the story differently, and you're going to put a comment about what you're aiming to do on Shobi, and then you're going to recreate that. Now obviously that's harder and at a higher level, but it's mastering. So and it's like right at the top of Year 8 as well. That's something that I know that you really enjoy, and that you'll really enjoy exploring into when you get to that level. It's too hard to do until after you've done S+. Okay, so we're looking for 3 sections, and to be able to create those other sections on GarageBand, in the top right hand corner of the screen there's a little cross. If you press that and click add section twice, it'll add you another 16 bars of musical space for you to be able to write those sections into. Okay, Mastering Minus is an attempt at the above mastering project that I've just talked to you about, that is more advanced than S+, but with errors. So you can't have errors in a piece of work that we call mastering. You have to have fixed everything. But you can still demonstrate that you've got creativity and that demonstrate a sense of purpose in the music and your 3 sections and things. So when I mean errors, when I'm talking about errors, what I really mean is where you have clashing notes because your harmony doesn't fit, or you've used melody against the wrong chord or something like that. So there's something not right about it, and that's what will get you Mastering Minus, assuming that you've already got S+. So it has to prove that you're beyond that. And finally, let's look at Mastering Plus, which is absolutely the gold standard, the top level. And Mastering Plus says exceptional creativity and musical control of a piece with at least 3 contrasting sections. So it is possible to get Mastering Plus with your 3 sections, though once you get into this you may well want to create more if the time allows. But that exceptional creativity, that's another level of creative music, because then you're not just taking the melody or the rhythm that you find on the first attempt. You're kind of moulding it and sculpting it and trying to be inventive with what you create and listening back to it and developing it and recreating it, things like that. And you can tell the difference between somebody who's used their first idea and somebody who's been very inventive in the development of that. Okay, so that is the assessment ladder for Year 8 PvT Pirates. This work is due in by the end of half term. So from today, you've now got 2 weeks to finish off your best work, and give me a shout if you need any help at all.